Friends, thank you for watching my channel. I just want to remind you, if you need wallpaper, go to www.wallpaperboulevard.com. Tell them Spencer sent you. In fact, if you use my hashtag, Spencer Colgan is wallpaper, they'll be sure to give you a 10% off at your checkout. No matter how much you order, they have a wide selection of wallpaper. Check it out. Tell them I said hello. Welcome back to my painting series. How do you paint this? What I'm about to show you. Last week we painted in here, right? And so, believe it or not, a lot of people don't know how to paint this color, keeping it separate from that. Can you do it with a brush? See the action here? The idea obviously is to keep the paint off of the dark, right? But the first time you put too much on here, because of your impatience, it's gonna be drizzling down there. There's a much easier way to do it. See that? A foam roller. So I take a foam roller and I get the paint in there. I use an area just as sort of like a drawing board, and I get the paint into the sponge, okay? And especially with a dark color on the adjacent side. And I just go ever so lightly. Oh, wow. A little more paint. So you could use a 9-inch roller for what I'm doing right now, just to get the paint on there quickly. But toward the edge, obviously, I'm using the foam. Just using the foam to hug the contour of the corner. Sometimes your corner stands out more than the wall does, which creates a slight problem. You have to press a little bit. You'll know when you do this. But look at the beautiful sharp corner you get. And this is the soffit above the cabinet. We do the same exact technique. I have to say, this is not brain surgery, but here's how you could blow it. You don't put enough paint on the foam roller and you start pressing on it. Well, then you create a situation as if you're using a regular roller. Now, here's a 9-inch wide foam roller. If you feel that you can tackle this, go with that. You get a little more done more quickly. You see how it kind of simulates having a regular roller in your hand without having the fuzzy on the edge, hugging the other side of it? If you feel like if these are sold in your area, go for it. I mean, you just can't beat the technique, the beauty of, look at that perfection. I really strongly suggest using a foam roller. And now, let's be realistic. The foam roller is going to create an unevenness in the center of the wall in which I'm painting right now. So what I do is I go right up to the edge. You see how I'm doing that? I am about 1/4 of an inch from the edge, so that nobody knows that there were 2 applicators used on this particular part of the wall. Now you can see I go up and down, and I want to go in the same direction all the way up to all the way down, because this paint has a sheen to it. It is a matte finish which has a sheen, and if you don't go from all the way up to all the way down, you're going to get lap marks and shadows. So, how do you like it? What do you do to achieve this? So we showed you how to do the outside corners with the foam roller. But now, how do we paint an accent wall where the color is one on one side and another on the other side? It was easy over there. But over here, it's gonna take a little more finesse, okay? And we're gonna use a special tape. If you try to do this by hand, no matter how good you are, you're either going to get a little bit of a wiggle in your line, or you're gonna take a lot of time to do it. I'm gonna show you how to do it quickly without the wiggle. So I did voiceover before because the customer had copyright music playing, so you can't play that when you have a YouTube channel. Okay, so we've done this wall, okay? Now we bring this wall paint out about an inch or so onto this wall. We certainly don't want to go too close and cut it off like 1/8 of an inch. You could be off. So here's what I'm going to do. Two things. Number one, I'm going to use tape that I put right in the corner, and you're going to guide it as you go down, because you'll see that there's torque in the tape and you want to get it just at the corner, okay? And you want to check it to make sure that it's remaining straight. This is that special tape I used on a couple of my previous videos, that when it gets wet, the edge swells up and blocks the paint from going underneath it, okay? It is frog tape. That's the tape if you want to purchase it, and of course it has the paint block technology. Now, if you just wanted to wet this, I think you could get a great job, but I'm going to use clear caulk because I don't trust that this tape is going to give me 100% results on something so critical, really. It can't fail. Like, I can't do this twice. It's a lot of time to set up this tape. So I'm going to seal the edge with clear caulk. And I realize that you may not have this available in your country. Just a wet cloth. Okay. While the caulk is wet, I'm carefully putting my paint right into that corner. Now, if you're watching this video, you probably have two drastically different colors, as I do. And if that's you, may I suggest to you that you use your brush very gingerly. Here's why. You don't realize how much splatter takes place when you're using the brush until you paint up against the wall with that drastic difference. I'm giving it a second coat. And you know what? I'm going in one direction for the most part. Look. Why? Because this flicks paint, and we don't want it flicking. Within 5 minutes of putting the tape on and then putting the caulk, I pulled it off. That all took place within 5 minutes. Any questions, let me know. Tell me how you do this. Thank you.